It's 2021 and I'm on a car journey with my entire life packed in this car. Every single thing I own that means anything to me is in this car. We went on this long drive every year, but this time it was going to be the last time ever that I was going on this long drive because I was on my way to move into university for my very final year. I knew that this was my last real chance to build a life that I actually wanted to live. A life that I built. We drive past some nice scenery on this drive that I often appreciate, but on this drive, I am not present at all. All I'm thinking about is how the hell I'm going to make some money by the end of this year so I didn't have to get a stupid 9-to-5 job. All I had was some very subpar coding knowledge that I only learned in some online courses and that I haven't even used in the real world, because besides that, all I ever did my entire life was play games. Yet somehow, by the end of this year, I have to pull something out of the bag. I have to make something work because there is absolutely no way I'm working a normal job. This is not going to be my life. The thought of having to ask someone for something as simple as taking a day off just absolutely disgusted me. And I think long and hard about this during this drive, but deep down, I know that there's no thinking to do, because I know that I've wasted my life up until this point. I had nothing I could offer someone in exchange for money. So what the hell was I going to do? I know it's possible to make money because I've seen so many people do it, but at that point in that car, I'm completely and utterly lost. By the end of this video, my promise to you is that you will not be lost anymore. If you can relate to that feeling from that story, then I will do whatever I can to help you. Since that car journey, I did manage to start making money online, and in fact, I've built multiple businesses out of thin air, essentially. I did everything from scratch. I had nothing to offer, yet somehow I still managed to do it. It's been a few years since I've left university, and since then I've earned over $100,000 in 1 month. I've built 2 businesses that make over $10,000 a month, and I've learned a hell of a lot of stuff that I'm teaching you on this channel right now. If you're currently in this hopeless state, you don't know what to do, and you feel like you're going to be stuck in a job forever, you need to get out of this mindset immediately. Making money online is actually easier than you think. Everyone that wants to do it can do it as long as they never quit. And the people that do fail, it's only because they quit before they manage to see results. So as long as you start and never quit, it doesn't even matter what you do, you will eventually make money. I like to think of it, I wrote in my notes for this video to tell you the bucket analogy. Money is always moving around, and people are going to spend their money, whether they spend it on you or something completely unrelated to you. It's almost like if you imagine Niagara Falls, this massive waterfall, that's the money flowing. And even though there might be thousands of people with buckets under this waterfall collecting this money and making a decent living for themselves, it doesn't matter that there's all these people collecting the water. You can just get your own bucket and stand under that waterfall just like everybody else and get your piece of the pie essentially. But before you can collect the water, collect the money, you need to make a bucket. You need some form of making income. And the way I like to think about this is that you owe the world something. Money just can't be acquired out of thin air. You need to give someone value in exchange for that money. The problem might be, though, that you might have nothing to offer. You might have worked a minimum wage job for your entire life, or you might have been like me, just completely wasted your entire life up until this point. You might have just been a gamer your entire life, and you genuinely have nothing. So what you have to do is start building your bucket. Get some branches, get some pieces of string, whatever you can find, and start building expertise. Some form of knowledge about a topic. And this could be a traditional business topic like marketing, sales, drop shipping, or you could think outside the box and do something fun. Learn guitar, learn how to do game development, which is what I did. Anything you think of can pretty much make over $100,000 a month. So it doesn't matter what you pick. You don't have to pick one of these traditional kind of skills to learn. You can pick anything. The thing I picked at the time was game development. I knew absolutely nothing about game development. I just saw that some people on YouTube were getting quite a lot of views with it, and I already had some coding knowledge, so it would have been a little bit easier for me to learn than someone starting completely from scratch. So I thought that would be a good idea, so I picked game development. The next thing you need to do is not only to start learning the skill, but also to document you learning that skill. This is immensely valuable. It doesn't matter what your skill is, you might even start making money as you document your journey with it. That is exactly what happened to me. My first ever game development video got me over 100,000 views because I got so sick of trying to succeed on YouTube that I just made the best video I could possibly make. And as I was getting better and better at game development, still far from good enough to get a job with it or even make a full-on game with it, I started making about $1,000 to $2,000 a month just from YouTube AdSense. As you learn and document your learning of this skill, opportunities will come your way. It's worth it to document it because posting on social media is essentially like buying free lottery tickets. Everything you post has a chance of blowing up. And if you're even half decent at the skill that you're learning, if you've even just been learning it for a month, you might even start getting customers then and there. If you document your journey, opportunities will come to you that you never even thought were possible. And obviously, as you document your learning of this skill, you're learning a very, very valuable skill to have alongside the skill you picked, which is going viral and essentially just making social media content. Social media is the best way to market yourself nowadays. It's by far the easiest method of finding people to sell things to. So after I started posting my stuff for a while, the videos gained traction. I started making money that way. But eventually, I actually got reached out to by big YouTubers. I entered a business partnership with this YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers, and he was actually paying me $3,000 per video because I made this game that did really well when he made videos about it on his channel. So he was like, hey, why don't you make some more videos about this game, add to this game a little bit, and I'll pay you $3,000 for every new update you make for it. So I was making $4,000 a month whilst I was still learning game development. And that exact thing is going to happen to you if you just document it. As you learn a skill, you become more useful to others, and you will make more money the more useful you are to other people. And the better you are, the more you can charge. And if you don't know what skill to pick or what thing to pick, if I was 18 and just getting started, I would probably pick sales. And I think that would probably require you to get a sales job at first. Maybe not even like a remote sales job. You might have to get some bad sales job at first, maybe door to door, then progress to a remote sales job. But I think sales is a very good thing to learn. It's good because sales is part of every single business. Wherever money is flowing, there's a sales process, but also it gets you talking to other people, which is an incredibly important skill to have. And it transfers to literally every business on the planet. So if you're unsure, pick sales. So now the first option you had, if you're on $0 a month, is to build that expertise. But if you already have some sort of expertise, you might have gone through a fitness journey, you might have lost a bunch of weight, you might have learned to play an instrument very well, you can actually immediately jump to the second option, which is selling that expertise. Once I got good enough at game development to stop just making videos about making games and me getting good at making games, I decided to finally sell my own game, and that was essentially selling my expertise in the game development space. I could have also taught other people to be game developers, for example, but I made a game, and that is when my income exploded. That game got $100,000 in sales in the first month. And I actually now sell my expertise on this YouTube channel. I teach people how to make money online. So you can either sell your expertise directly as information, or you can use your expertise to make something and sell that thing you made. And actually, if you're watching this video, and especially if you clicked it and you were feeling kind of hopeless, you don't know what to do, you might already be able to skip to this stage. You might have expertise and not even know about it. If you've quit drinking, if you've lost weight, if you've done anything like that, if you're decent at guitar, you can start selling that expertise immediately. And because you already have this expertise, you already have this bucket that you can hold out, all you need is eyeballs that is achieved through either paid ads or content. And content is by far the best way to do it, especially if you're just starting out. There's no point spending a bunch of money on adverts that you don't even know if they're going to be good. So just start making content, get comfortable in front of a camera, and just talk about that object of your expertise. And the amazing thing is that if you started from scratch and you've been building up this expertise whilst documenting this, you already have eyes. You can just start immediately offering people something. So if you already have this expertise, make a channel and talk about it. Or you might already have the eyeballs from documenting your journey. That's even better, but just be authentic. All you need is a very small audience of about 100 people that consistently watch you. People don't necessarily buy from the most experienced person. They buy from the person they can relate to. Then just experiment with offering them stuff. Try to help them in different ways and see what sticks, see what they like. I had to go through this process a few times on this channel, and now I'm making a decent amount of money on it. And actually, this is the stage where it gets fun, because as you're selling your expertise, you're also building new expertise at the same time. So it's like a compounding effect. Right now, on this channel, I'm working with over 10 people one-to-one. They're getting my direct help with making money online. All of the people that I work with obviously get stuck at different points, and actually they might be points that I personally didn't get stuck at. So as I help every individual person through whatever they're struggling with, I'm building more expertise and I'm able to help everyone else better, including you who is watching this video. So it's great because after you have this initial level of knowledge that you can sell that knowledge, and whilst you're selling that knowledge, you're building more knowledge. And what a lot of people do on the internet is they get to $3,000 a month with something and then get to $10,000 a month by teaching other people how to get to $3,000 a month with that thing. Then they get to $100,000 a month by teaching people how to get to $10,000 a month, and so on. So that's one of the paths you can take afterwards. Or the second path you can take is making more of a traditional business. So if you got to $3,000 a month with video editing, that might be your capacity. That might be all that you can realistically do with your time. So you can start hiring people and building more of a traditional business and do it that way. If you look around at the influencers on the internet, that's what pretty much everyone is doing. And remember, it's not saturated. It's like Niagara Falls. There's money flowing everywhere and there's space for you to get your bucket out and fill it up. So if you're feeling a bit lost, you're sick of your job, and you want my personal one-to-one help with this, click the link below, book a call, and we'll figure it out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.